5 ways for teachers to include classroom media products into lessons. The use of media by teachers is one way to encourage higher level thinking among students. Higher level thinking skills include problem solving, creativity, evaluation, and comparison and contrast, among others. Educational experts argue that teachers do injustice to their students if they fail to lead them to these skills. For the good of your students, it's highly advisable to start incorporating relevant media into your lessons. What is media? Media herein refers to teaching resources that engage the visual, olfactory, gustatory, auditory, and kinesthetic senses of students. These include videos, graphics, music, educational games, interactive platforms, and newspapers, among many others. These resources would need reliable classroom media products like flat panel displays, projectors, interactive whiteboards, digital presenters, voice amplification equipment, and tablets. Here are 5 easy but incredible ways to include classroom media products into lessons. Number 1, record students reading. When your students read out paragraphs from literature books, most of them never get to know how they sound like. So, you may be there insisting on the need to be fluent, yet they don't seem to exactly grasp the concept. A good way to improve their fluency is recording their reading using an iPod or iPad or smartphone and playing back the audio to them. When they listen to themselves reading, they're in a good position to note what mistakes they make and thus are able to determine how to improve their reading skills. Number 2, reading digital books. Most teachers strive to provide the right textbooks to their students. However, it's not always possible to have all textbooks you need in printed form. Local bookshops may have run out of stock, or the ones you initially had may have gotten lost or simply deteriorated beyond repair. In such instances, you may want to make use of digital books. They are usually cheaper than the printed ones and can be easily accessed immediately after purchase. Some digital books also include interactive features that enable students to answer questions, play related games, as well as listen to the audio versions of books. Number 3, share a student's work with others. It's common practice for teachers to share examples of excellently done work by a given student with the rest of the class. However, getting this student's exercise book to be seen by all the other students may be challenging. You can use a scanner to turn the handwritten copy into digital form and then use a projector to magnify the scanned file and display it to all students in your class at once. Doing so may help your students set realistic expectations of themselves. It can also inspire them to do better in their academics. Number 4, bring real-world experience into the class. Some class concepts are better experienced than explained. For instance, you don't have to keep explaining the speeches of Martin Luther King Jr. Allow the students to see the selected clips of Dr. King's live speeches. This virtually transports them to the scenes in question and helps them understand the speeches better. You can also use real-world media to simulate what the students will experience when they graduate and enter the job industry. For example, after covering a topic on how to write job application letters, you and your students can do an online search for an advertised job and attempt to apply for it in accordance with the requirements. Number 5, create a classroom website or blog. There is no denying that students are fascinated by the power of the internet. Creating a classroom website or blog will raise the interest of your students in classwork. Engage every one of them right from the design stage to uploading class-related content. You can also encourage them to share the content on social media platforms for students from other classes to benefit. Parents and educational managers will also like this, as they are able to see what's happening in the classroom. Number 6, personalized instructions for special students. A typical class will usually have students whose capabilities are below grade level. Such students may not adequately comprehend general textbook instruction. In such cases, you may use digital resources to modify the reading level. The targeted students will feel more empowered, and you may soon see an improvement in their grades. Invest in classroom media products. You'll agree that the above interesting lesson ideas can be implemented without a range of classroom media products. Invest in such products as the first step in transforming the general classroom experience for the better. Your students will soon improve in their thinking, communication, and problem-solving skills.